Hi guys, my name is Diana and welcome to the October episode of InnoGames TV. While I'm really excited about Halloween because of costumes, I'm also really happy about something else, this episode. So let's jump to the overview. We start the show off with Elvenar unveiling the next upcoming guest race. Next, we move over to T and Kai, who show you their spooky Halloween questline event. After that, Thomas from the Travel Wars team has a special treat for you, a new building. Last but not least, Grepolis resurrects an old friend, the Grepolympia event. Wait guys, before we head over to Timon and Rika and their magical Woodelves, I want to remind you to read the description below to see all of last month's contest winners. Now, let's head over to the Elvenar team to see the next guest race.
Hello Elvenar players! This is Timon and Rika from the Elvenar team. This time we can announce a new guest race. It's the Woodelves. Without any further ado, Timon, spill the beans!
As you might have experienced by now, the orcs and goblins have a rather quirky way of life. Their rude nature and respectless treatment of the forest has sparked the interest of an old race of Elvenar, the Woodelves. They were actually monitoring your every step since you built your first portal for the dwarves.
And I guess they don't like what they are seeing now with the orcs and goblins.
Well, that's an understatement.
But wait, does that mean that this race wasn't extinct like the others? So I don't need to build a portal this time?
Yes, indeed. When the Woodelves arrive at your orcish town, it is not suitable for them to build a settlement. So they teach you how to use mana, a powerful force, to gain knowledge about how to build your buildings in accordance with nature again.
Mana. How does it work?
Mana is produced by new culture buildings and used to unlock new technologies in the tech tree, upgrade your main hall, and build a new street for your city.
Sounds great so far. Where's the catch?
Mana is also a challenging resource, mainly because of two things. First, while not all culture buildings will produce mana in the future, those who do will require a street connection.
Whoops, that will make arranging my city a bit more complex, even though there is usually plenty of space at the beginning of a new chapter.
And secondly, mana can only be stored for a certain time. A bit of mana decays every day, flowing back to nature where it came from.
So I shouldn't store it for too long and just use it as soon as possible. What is used can't decay.
And the decay is moderate. But sometimes it takes several days to produce enough mana, e.g. for the next technology. But I'm confident if you made it that far, this will be no problem for you.
Once you've prepared your city, the Woodelves will arrive and you can eventually build a settlement for them.
So don't use up all your space for the mana culture buildings, just saying.
Oh, thank you, wise old man. This time there won't be a building called Portal, but with the Forest Glade there is a building that has the same functionalities, like production boosts and storages for settlement goods.
Ah, so my ancient wonder that boosts portals will also boost this one.
Indeed. To prepare for the Woodelves settlement, you process mana into mana tears and dapple the ground with it. Then you can grow many different tree-like buildings where Woodelves, treants and wood ghosts work hand in hand to produce many different magical resources.
Lots of new stuff. Reminds me a bit of the fairies in their farming.
True, but with an important difference. Mana, as every resource that is produced outside of the settlement, will stay in the game even after that chapter.
So, from chapter 9 on, there will always be at least some culture buildings that produce mana and require a street, while other culture buildings will work like before. I hope you welcome mana as a challenge. Let us know in the forums. Also, check out the updates about the new battle system. And keep on playing!
There's no denying that Halloween is a great time to dress up and have fun. And it looks like the team from Forge of Empires agree. Now let's head over to our little creatures, T and Kai, to see what the next Halloween questline is all about.
Oh hey Kai, cool! You got my email about dressing up as our internal team mascots?
Wait, what email? This is like our usual unicorn uniform that we wear every day. You should know that by now, T.
Oh right, that outfit does look familiar. Anyway, here in Forge of Empires, we're actually split up into 4 internal teams. The Imperial Pandas, which is my team, Team Unicorn, which is Kai's, Team 404, and the Infernal Squirrels. Together, we bring you cool events and features for Forge of Empires.
That's right, and this month's event is celebrating Halloween. In this year's Halloween questline event, Jack-o'-lantern is back with some tricks up his sleeve. He has riddles as well as scary stories to tell you. If you like scary stories, these will surely bring chills down your spine. If you don't, just cover your eyes. You don't have to read the stories in order to complete the quests. Once you complete the questline, you'll get new amazing rewards, including a new scary avatar, Jack-o'-lantern chapel decoration, and the haunted tower culture building. Additionally, you'll be able to get a graveyard or upgrade the one you already have.
Ooh, spooktacular! Well, we hope you have fun playing this year's Halloween questline event. If you have any problems with the riddles, be sure to check the forum for help. And if you have any feedback, please let us know. Happy Halloween and see you next time. Bye!
Sorry, had to take a little coffin break. Okay, no time for lame jokes. Let's head over to Thomas from the Travel Wars team, which shows us their new building.
Hi, I'm Thomas, the product manager of Travel Wars. Today I would like to talk about a new feature that we want to implement in the game. It's something that we don't do that often in Travel Wars. We've been hinting at it in the last weeks, and some of you already guessed what I'm going to reveal. We are going to introduce a new building. The Watchtower is a brand new building. It is not replacing any other existing building. It's located near the barracks on the village overview. It has the same requirement as a church, which means headquarter and farm level 5. The Watchtower has a range where it can detect attacks. The range increases with the level, and the Watchtower can go up to level 20. The Watchtower gives you information about the attacks entering the range. It gives you an idea about the size of the attack, small, medium, or large, and also lets you know if a nobleman is part of the attack. You only get this information when the attack enters the range. You will also see if an attack is going to enter the range of one of your Watchtower. All this information can be seen on the Watchtower screen. On browser, you can also see the range of the Watchtower directly on the map if you activate the option. To get information about an attack, it doesn't have to be directed at the village with the Watchtower. So you will have to place the building strategically to try to cover the most distance and the most villages. It is a building, so it also means it can be destroyed. While the Watchtower gives useful information, it only does so when an attack enters the range. So spotting the attack early and tagging it manually will still give you an advantage. The building is relatively costly as well, so you will have to consider where you want to place it. The Watchtower will be available on new worlds only, so you can check the announcement to see when it will be available on your version. We hope you will like this new addition to the game. You can join our forum to let us know what you think about it, to ask your questions, or just to discuss the strategical impact that the feature will have. Have fun in the game!
Thanks, Tuma. By the way, do you think I can borrow the paladin's face for my next costume? Anyway, let's head over to Niels, which tells us more about Grepolympia.
Hey guys, this is Niels, game designer of Grepolis, and today I'm gonna talk to you about the Grepolympia event, which we had back in the days. So let's see what it's about. So Grepolympia is back again, with a fresh look and a new tutorial. You will train your sportsmen into 4 disciplines and earn laurels to get reward for yourself. This is the first of 4 disciplines, the hoplite race, in which your athlete can take part. In order to get a better result, we will now go to the training ground. Here you see your sportsman. The skills are responsible for the result in the discipline. Currently he is a newbie, as you can see. What we're gonna do now is assign units to train with your athlete. Depending on which units you choose for training, you will get more or less training points. Like using a hoplite for the hoplite race might be a good idea. Every time your athlete has earned 1,000 training points, your athlete levels up in the discipline. Then you can distribute that point on a skill of that discipline. The better the skills, the better are your results and the more laurels you earn when participating in a competition. Try to find out which distribution will provide the best results. For example, the first skill points invested into speed are providing the best bonus for the hoplite race. Now let's go for the competition. On the right you see how much laurels you have earned already. Now let's see what our skilled athlete can achieve. Here we go. Great, we got a good amount of laurels which we can spend. And this time we scored better, beating our previous best score. Our current ranking in the discipline determines if we can get an award for the discipline. You can take part several times a day and use the time in between for training. Our result is important for the alliance score on the left side as well, because it is determined by the average of the top 10 players of the alliance. Increasing your alliance score by sharing knowledge on skilling and participating frequently will help you to win the alliance reward down here. You can check the results on the ranking page to see who are the best players in the Grepolympia. But most important, use your laurels to get the rewards you earned with your athlete. Once again, the shop can be accessed the next 2 days after the event. Okay, that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked the changes of the event and see you in game.
So that was it for the October episode of InnoGames TV. If you liked this episode, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook and Twitter. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'll see you next month, and don't forget to have a beautiful Halloween. Bye!